Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing this morning? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining me this morning. Today is Wednesday, March 26th, 2025. Welcome to the 5-minute breakout live stream on Trading the NQ, where we look for taking 34 ticks in profit while keeping a 50 tick stop loss. And again, just a reminder, this is not financial advice. This is for educational purposes only. It's just a way for me to take you guys along on my journey. And I'll share some information with you guys along the way. So let's see. I'm going to try something new here. I tried this thing here. These QR codes that are pointing up right here, they rotate through the different prop firms that I use, if anybody's interested. So we'll try that. See how that works out for you guys. All right, real quick, go over something. Let's go to the charts really quickly. So I want to show you something. I took a trade overnight, and well, like I do every night, with the same strategy. I take it at 3:05 a.m. Eastern, and then I look for it again at 4:05 a.m. Eastern, and that's going to change once London moves their clocks forward at the end of the month. And then I'm going to try and see if 4 o'clock still plays a factor, or if everything's going to be consolidated into the 3 o'clock hour. But I actually I took this trade last night with another trader who's probably in here as well. I don't know if he's in here this morning. He's in the Discord. But he wanted to kind of trade alongside me during the London, and I said, sure, let's just do that. I can't really stream because I do this from home from my laptop, and everybody's sleeping, and I can't really go live, at least not yet. So we were just kind of going back and forth through chat. But anyhow, so he had some questions about, and let me kind of put this chart right. So right around here, which is right before when the market opened, it's like 2:55 a.m. Okay. So he was saying, hey, I see resistance at 495. And I said, well, that's great, but I see a resistance point at around 473, 475. And he couldn't see it. So I drawed it, I drawed a line for him, and I drew a line for him. And basically, as you can tell, the market came down here, bounced, retested the area that he was calling resistance, bounced again, and then hit this bottom, area here, which is again the 475 area, and then tried to kind of hit it again and put this little tiny like chair pattern here, which is something I go over in the Discord as well. And I'll probably elaborate more on that as time goes on, but that's something else that I look for. And then it just reversed back up into his, what he called the resistance range, and basically it blew through the support range that I was looking at. And once it blew that became the resistance level. So what I was looking for is, as soon as price was to break above this, take this thing long for the trade setup. And then I'm going to do bar by bar here, and you can see this is where the 305 candle opened, got in, it pulled back a little bit, and the entry was, let's see, where is it? 20,478.50. That was the entry. And I was targeting somewhere up here because it gets 49 ticks. So somewhere around here, 490, up in the 490s. That was my target. And so it took a little bit of heat, and then it just kept going, and then it took profit right here. Got out at 325. So we're in the trade for about 20 minutes or so. And then it reversed right at the point where he was talking about resistance. It did actually come to that point, and then just reversed and never really came back up there. and then looking for the 4 o'clock. The 4 o'clock never gave a setup because it just never set up. So anyway, I just thought I'd share this with you guys, what we were looking at. And I told him I would go through that setup in the morning verbally, because I was trying to explain that, to him in chat. And you can see over here, it tested it again right around 8 o'clock, almost 8 o'clock, and rejected. So, and it tried to go back up there again and failed. So we're stuck in this range, as you can tell, between 497 and to the low now is 430. Let's see what else. So that's about it. All right, let's go through a quick roll call. Richie, good morning to you. Mitch, good morning. Beth, good morning to you. Rich Mitchell, good morning. Joe, good morning. Miguel, good morning to you. And Uria Guerrera, thanks for becoming a member of the channel. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for your support. Welcome and good morning to you as well. I don't know if you're in the chat or if you can hear me. But yeah, good morning to you. Randy, good morning. Good morning, Randy. All right, so we are just about under 5 minutes from the market open. We did have some news this morning. It wasn't really too impactful. Came out, what was it, around I think 8:30, which is right. Give me a second, guys. Hold on. Go back here. Trying to fix something on my chart, so give me a second. So just kind of bear with me. Okay, I think that should do it. All right. Good morning, Trampus. How are you? Haven't seen you in a while. So as you can tell, we basically came down to this pivot and we put in this little reversal candle, which basically is telling me that we're probably going to bounce up here and go up into this area right here around the 460s. Let's see if that is indeed going to be the case. Or is this thing just going to keep going down and see if it respects this pivot level right here, this orange line. We've got about 2.5, just under 2.5 minutes till the market opens. And right now, we basically need this area right here. These two little pivots up here. Like this entire area right here. See how this kind of could not break higher. It was trying to peak up, but it stayed within. So if we focus on this bar right here and see how price, it couldn't really break out above this bar's high. Well, the bar's high is right here, but it couldn't close above it. So this would be a resistance point for us. And we definitely need price to go back up to this point and break out for us to take a long. So that's kind of like how I read this thing and how we look for the breakout. So we've got just under a minute left, so we'll see if the market pushes. This is going to have to be a pretty nasty push up, like 40 points. We've seen it But that means, hey Todd, good morning. Um, if this gives us a 40-point candle right at the open, again, you know how I hate those big giant candles right out of the get-go because they do have a tendency to pull back a little bit. I would have liked to have seen this thing not pull back as far right now before the open and then, go back up, but we'll see what happens. We may not get a signal because of that. So let's just see. We'll kind of see how this plays out, but we're trying to, let me take a look at something else here. Okay, so the market just opened. I got to keep an eye on this little moving average here. 463. We'll see if we come up and test and break above it. If we do, we may get a signal to go up and try to test up these highs up here. So let's just see what happens. We've got 5 minutes to see if we get a setup. So real quick, let's just kind of get a feel for the chat. How are you guys feeling about this and what we're doing here in the first part of the morning? You guys liking this? Is this something that, should I keep doing this? Should I expand on it? Is there something that you guys want to see? Love to get more interaction from you guys. You like it? Thanks, Beth. Mitch. So let's just kind of get I can't get a poll up real quick, but let's just take a quick survey. There's really not a lot of us in here. I'm just kind of curious. Hey, Trade Hawk, good morning. So fits your schedule, Mitch? Yeah, well, that's good. If I was to stream this thing longer, is this something that you guys would be interested in? And how many of you guys would stick around? I'm just kind of curious. Because obviously if there's interest, then I'm going to do it, right? Obviously I don't want to do something that you guys have no interest in. So just kind of curious. Trampus, let's see, what did you say? Yeah, for the day, it's really tough, Trampus. It's more of like, got to read the market as it's happening. Because right now, if we kind of look at it, it's mixed. It's giving us kind of mixed signals. Because if we look at the higher time frames, the daily and the 60s going down, and then our intraday, the 5, 15, and 30 are both, green. So it's kind of a mixed, whether it's we're going up or down. So, yeah, it's really hard to judge how the rest of the day is going to look based on what we get out of the first 5 or 15 minutes of the market open. So, but yeah, great question. But as we can see right now, the market is pushing down. I see this little wick that it just put. I definitely want to see this thing go above here and see how it matched this wick. So we can move this line down here. I want to see price break above here before I can take this thing long, and it doesn't look like it's going to give it to us. So it looks like today may be another day where we sit on our hands in the morning and we try to look for other stuff as the day progresses, which there are other things that I do trade. It's just not something I want to cover here because I want to focus on this, 5-minute strategy, which again, I do take at the London Open again. So the London Open is at 3. Now it's at, 4 until they move their clocks forward. So it'll be 3 here as well. And, or Eastern, I should say. And So I take those 2 trades, this particular setup as well. Thanks, Todd. I really appreciate. I appreciate all the positive feedback. It's great to hear it. All right, we got just a little over 30 seconds, and it looks like we are not going to get a setup. I wanted this thing to get to 460, and it just doesn't look like it's going to happen. So we tried this again. We didn't get what we wanted, but we know what we're looking for, which is a good thing. So we will try this again tomorrow. I'm not going to cut this thing short yet. I'm going to wait another 10 seconds for this bar to open, and then we'll call it for the day. No, Trampus, I trade it the same way. I'm actually up. It's 12 o'clock my time, and I stay up and I trade that thing live. So same way I trade this. I do the same thing during the London. I just happened to see it. So I was up, late one night, and I was like, I'm just going to check and see what the London market's doing. And I looked at it and then started looking at this setup, and I'm like, that's interesting. This setup actually works during this time as well. So I did some back testing on it, took a couple of trades in sim, then took some live ones, and I'm like, did some numbers on it. And I'm like, wow, this actually works. So that's why it's become part of my trading arsenal. Todd, only available 3 days a week, but yeah, well, again, so this is the thing, right? So if you're limited on time, this could be a good strategy to just kind of supplement whatever it is that you're doing. But all right, anyhow, guys, 9:35 candle opened about a minute or so ago. We did not get what we wanted, and of course, after that, it's trying to reach up to that area, but just a little too late. All right, so thanks for joining me, guys. Thanks for all the support. I appreciate it. And we will see everybody back here again tomorrow. And for those of you in the Discord, we will see you there later. Have a great rest of the day, and we'll talk to you soon.